This is David Pierce with Harrow to Harvest Farms. We are here in Northwest Florida. We're a hemp farm that specializes in CBG and CBD hemp, and we supply local people here in Northwest Florida. The biggest issue with growing hemp is we're dealing with constant legislation, which it's a situation to where this is a very new industry, and there's not a lot of rules in place, and they're sort of putting them in place as we go. So there's constant hurdles you have to comply with. You also have to make sure that you don't exceed the zero point 0.03 THC level. You're dealing with pests, you're dealing with fungus, all that kind of stuff. That's the hardest things about growing hemp. I started Hard to Harvest because really I was going to sell seeds to farmers, hemp seeds to farmers. As this was getting kicked off, there wasn't a lot of people who were supplying, so we were going to grow pretty much for seed. Well, that's all changed, and there's a lot of people trying to do that right now. There's a lack of supply chain where we can't really get our product to the street without doing it all ourselves. So we have to grow it, we have to package it, we have to sell it. It's pretty much all falling on the farmer at this point. There's a few people who's out there, trying to run with it and buy their material and make products. But, everybody that I know that's doing this, like I'm doing, we're pretty much having to make our own and be our own supply chain. I became a hemp farmer because I have a background in horticulture and agriculture. And when legislation was passed back in with the Farm Bill of 18, I took an interest in what was going on. So when we were able to get our permits to grow in 20, it was a situation that I could jump into it. I'm already on this big piece of property. I felt that it was sort of the natural progression of what we should be doing. Typical day here on the farm starts with getting up, and we have a few other things going on. So we have some dog stuff going on here with sporting dogs, but we tend to that. Then it's immediately, checking the plants, making sure everything's pest-free, fungus-free. If we're stepping up plants, we're prepping that. We're taking clones off of plants, and we are getting ready to step plants up. We don't do the same thing every day. It's most days when it comes to hemp, we're doing a successional kind of a situation to where everything has to fall in place, fall in line. So it's a series of events that just recurs over and over again. Cloning and like stepping up plants and trimming. We do a lot of trimming. We trim during growth. A few times we're basically, we're going to trim in the beginning when we step that thing up into a 1 gallon. We're going to trim it when we step it up into a 3 gallon. We're going to trim it in the middle of flowering. And then at the end of flowering, right before we pull the plants, we're going to pull off all the remaining suckers and everything while the plant's still alive. Well, I'm able to, sort of fulfill my purpose, and I feel that is to, definitely grow things, but also support my community with medicine. This is truly something that does help, and it does work. And in the beginning I was questioning it myself, but now I've been able to help animals. I've been able to help people, people that's had chronic pain and really had a crappy go of it with the pain pills and stuff like that. That's really what we're hoping to alleviate is, we're in an opioid crisis. I would hope to be able to help some people that's still dealing with that bad pain. It's not the best place to grow hemp, to be honest with you. We have a lot of bugs here, and we have a lot of fungus, and that all comes with humidity. The humidity is hurts us in a lot of different ways, even in curing and drying and stuff like that. This is all stuff that you have to consider and constantly monitor. There's more obstacles to growing on the Gulf Coast than there is benefits. But this is home. This is the property. This is where we're at. This is the farm. So we're going to make the most of it and deal with it, basically, with a lot of being very vigilant in checking these plants over constantly, making sure that we haven't had any kind of pest invasion or fungus or anything like that. CBG is the mother cannabinoid because it is actually the cannabinoid that's originally in the plant that turns into CBD or THC, depending on the genetics of the plant. Well, really, it does, really all the same things CBD does. Relieves the inflammation and helps with pain, helps with, a lot of different things. The one thing CBG does different than CBD is it actually will go straight to your CB2 receptor and does not have to go through your liver and be, broke down and, sent all to your different CB1s and CB2s you have all over your body. It also, CBG helps with ocular migraines. If you have someone that has migraines, my daughter has been affected real bad by migraines. She'll even take the salve that we make, she'll rub that on the sides of her heads, like on her temples, and relieve it. The CBG tincture also is very good at relieving that type of pain. But, basically, it'll do everything CBD will do. It's just more efficient at doing it. That's the main characteristic. That's why we're concentrating so heavily on the CBG. Benefits of the hemp salve, it's a topical salve. You can just rub it straight on, any kind of pain that you're having. I've got back problems to where I've got a bad disc between my L5 and S1. I actually can take that and rub it where I know that disc is, and it'll relieve my sciatic nerve pain I'll be dragging a leg behind me. The salve helps me with my pain better than any kind of topical stuff has. The oil and the tincture just won't really touch it compared to the salve. Now the salve you do have to reapply pretty often, every couple hours, but it definitely will help you get through the day. And it's not getting into your bloodstream or anything like that. I know a lot of people are worried about they'll still fail a test or something like that. That's not going to happen with topicals. Topicals, if it's transdermal, you could have that kind of problem, but with topical stuff, that it's never getting to your bloodstream. The animal stuff, that's something that we brought a horse back 3 times from about to put it down. It makes me feel good. That I'm able to help people. It's a situation to where, when you can create a product that clearly gives people relief and helps with pain, it's a big deal to me, because I have suffered great pain and I know what it's like to not really want to keep on pushing just because you can't hardly move, you can't hardly walk. So anytime I meet somebody that has been helped by it, I get a great feeling. I love to get their input and get their take on it, what they think I could do better, or I love helping people as it is. And so when I meet somebody that has been helped and I didn't even know I did it, it's great. We've lived out here on this farm for 20 years now. Me and my wife and my kids, I brought my kids up here. Anymore they're gone, they've moved out and got their own lives going on, but me and my wife are still here grinding it out, and she helps with the hemp business. She'll stay at the kitchen table trimming with me and stuff at night till midnight some nights if we have to get an order out for somebody, or help me label stuff, create labels and all. She's great with that kind of stuff. Hasn't hurt our relationship at all. If anything, it strengthened our relationship and made it more solid. We love this kind of lifestyle. We love outdoor lifestyle. We love the farm life. I've been blessed. I've really been blessed and have the ability to, do this kind of thing and to grow the hemp. And, hopefully one day we'll be, better set up to have a big facility and process and all that kind of stuff. But I'm fine with a small farm life.